What's up guys, just finished week 20 of the trading challenge, trading from $100 to $1,000,000, currently at $158,000. So if you've been following along, last week we were at 15.5k and obviously something crazy's happened and we've made 140k profit this week, right? So it's been a pretty insane week. On Pulse Chain alone, the whole market is like dead everywhere else, but Pulse Chain is thriving, right? So Richard Hart made this coin, or he made loads of coins actually, and he made this platform called Pump.tires. He made this tweet. Instantly, we obviously ran to the platform and we bought these coins that he put on the Twitter account, right? And the main ones were Pump and Trump at the start. So instantly I bought into Trump, or Pump rather, and I called these things in my Telegram when they were like right down here, right? 120k for Pump and 32k for Trump, right? So you look here, we got in them right away, and I was actually so early that I ended up selling too early, because that's just how it goes sometimes, right? But I got in and put in what, $300, and this was an insane like trade but fumble at the same time, right? $300, and it turned into 14.8k in like an hour, right? It was crazy. But that 14.8k also up here was like $500,000, right? But you can't cry about the fumbles because it's been a crazy week regardless, right? So there was that, and even right now it's worth 133 grand if I held. So yeah, that was one, and then the next one was Trump, right? I got into this, the same thing, like 32k or maybe like 40k market cap, right on launch down here. And then I ended up selling that first pump, and then I bought back over here with another like 10 grand, and I made another 25 grand. So if we look on here, you can see those are my first two trades. I put in 7 mil pulse into each of them, took out around 400 mil pulse, and that's about what, 18 grand. So yeah, that was my first two trades on these coins, and it was like crazy good. But yeah, I was so early to this whole thing that like I sold a lot of them too early, right? Mars and Gish, so I just ended up buying up a bunch of other shit that was launching on Pump.tires, right? So I bought this Mars coin, and I think I even might have bought that on Pump.tires, I'm not sure. But yeah, I bought a bunch of things on Pump.tires and ended up selling them before they even bonded like a retard, and then they went on to be worth like 60 grand, right? There's so many fumbles this week, but we're still printed regardless, right? So yeah, we went through that. I'm not going to show every single fumble or trade, but yeah, I'll go through Mars. This one was also a very good trade, I think. Mars looks good. They all look so good, and they're probably going to keep going higher, right? So got in, what's that, like, yeah, I bought on launch, and I bought like well over 1.5% ish, which at the top was worth around probably 50 grand. But I still went in, made some nice trades, and I made what, 3 grand profit on that one. Yeah, then there was like a few other small ones. These ones weren't launched by Richard Hart, so they didn't obviously do very well. And then I bought all of these ones, and I sold them for pennies like a retard, and then they went crazy, right? I don't know if I'm gonna go through all of these because we'll be here all day. But there was like a shit ton of coins launched by Richard Hart, and I just traded them all, and we made a bunch of money, right? Right, I'll just go through the main ones, right? So then I ended up putting money into most, right? I got in around 19 mil on this account, I believe. So yeah, so we got in right down here on this dip, and then that was a $9,000 buy, and that went on to be worth like 100k up here. Clean 10x, 15x even on 9 grand. Very high liquidity. Like, it was a beautiful trade. Although I did end up holding the whole way down because it's Richard Hart's meme coin. Like, you kind of have to be bullish on it, right? The only reason I sold here was because of the ink news, which I'll get into in a bit. But I sold to buy ink, caught like a 60% move or some shit, and then bought back most of my bag on Most Wanted, at the same price, right? So I ended up getting pretty much the same coins, but I just made an extra like 15 grand or some shit on the incentive coin, right? Which I'll just show this real quick, how crazy Ink has been, right? Richard Hart also did something with Ink, and he reduced the inflation by 10x. 10x reduced inflation. That's insane. So obviously the price is rocketing right now. It literally pumped 120% in 9 hours, which is like, I've never seen Ink ever do that. So that's insane right there. But yeah, most wanted, we have like 26 grand in most wanted, 120k Ink. So last week we only had like 5k Ink. We've now got 50,000 incentive coins, and we've got 26 grand in Richard Hart's meme coin. And then obviously still holding Kishka, got some Pulse for DGen plays, and then some Don. And that's the whole portfolio right now. So yeah, I mean, most is looking pretty good. Hopefully it breaks out today or like soon. And if this thing runs up again, we'll print, you know, even a couple X's, we'll print like 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand, whatever. So what else? PLS, I'll show all the little smaller coins now. Okay. Yeah, this one's PLS. I got in this one. I ended up trading them quite a bit. Bought right on this first like breakout candle, and then, you know, traded and sold a bit up here. I ended up making 10k profit on this one. And then what other ones were there? We had Sol. On Sol, same thing, bought that breakout candle, sold the top, and then yeah, I didn't re-enter on that one. I made 5k profit, 6k-ish. And then TRX. So for TRX, same thing, bought that initiation candle, breakout, and then sold around that top area. Made $3,000 profit on that one. ETH is the other one. Same thing, bought that little breakout, and I made $1.1 thousand on that. Then the main one, another main one, was Trump. So this is the re-enter on Trump. So then this is that Trump trade here. Bought in around 2 mil, and then ended up selling at 6 mil, and then run up to like another 3x, which is crazy. These coins were running so hard for like, it's pretty crazy how hard they run actually. But yeah, that was another like 15 grand trade just right there in like a couple hours. Yeah, I mean, then there was a bunch of other trades. I'm not going to go through everything, but there was USDC, another Richard Hart coin. Then there was this white Libelor meme, which is something that Richard Hart tweeted ages ago. 1k on that. PLSX and Hex, there are other Richard Hart memes. Another 2k there on each of them. And then the other one was ETH Takeover, which is another decently sized trade of about a 4 or 5 grand trade. ETH Takeover. This one came out last night from Hexy Bastard, and on Twitter Space, so you have to be locked in to get those things, right? But bought right on pump fun or whatever, pump tires, sold that first pump, and then it ran up higher, and I didn't sell up there because I'm a loser. So yeah, I mean, that was well, I had like 4%. That would have been like easy a 10 grand trade, but no complaints. But yeah, that's literally all. So they went through most of the trades. Fucking amazing week on Pulse Chain, right? The main trades were Pump, Trump, and Most, right? Those are the 3 main coins. And then I ended up selling Pump and Trump on this account, and I hold Most because I think Most is the best play of the 3, right? Or of all of them, right? Most is the one that Richard Hart himself is promoted on Twitter. So he's tweeted the coin about, I think, 3 times, and you know, I'll find some now. So you can see like here he was doing like day 1, day 2, day 3, and he was posting the chart up and printing. And obviously this is the only meme that came out that was of him, so it makes sense that this one's the highest, right? So yeah, that's where my money is on these plays. This looks like it's about to break up like now, to be honest. So yeah, I do think they still outperform Pump and Trump, which is why I'm holding it. But the others are like good plays, you know, you can take good trades on them, and they'll, I mean, even if you hold them, they'll, you know, they'll follow Most, I reckon. So yeah, that's pretty much all. I mean, with all the profits that I was making on these coins, I was accumulating ink, and then the inflation news came out on ink. It's gonna look terrible in my trades because I was, obviously I sell into ink, and then a new coin comes out or some shit, and then I sell the ink and buy the new coin. But I ended up buying like loads of ink in this area, and yeah, I had about 30 or 40 grand, 40k ink before the breakout, and then I bought another like I don't know, 20k ink on that breakout, and I've got 50k ink right now, which is, even if just on that alone, that's $1 million at $20 ink, which, most of you watching and believe $20 ink is 100% gonna happen. And then I have most wanted, which will easily print, 6 figures right there. And obviously if you hold longer, I reckon there's no reason that doesn't turn into $1 million on its own as well. And yeah, I mean, good bags over here. I'm happy with, how this week went, obviously. And 158 grand. That's what even is that, like a 6x or some shit away from $1 million. Ink goes up to what, probably, I don't know, $14, and we'll probably be a millionaire, maybe at $10 if we make some other trades. But yeah, that is pretty decent. I want to accumulate 100k ink, I think, which is about 120k more in this ink stack. If I have that, then that's $1 million at $10 when we get back up to this old high. I think, it depends what it does. If it starts sending from here, and this is a strong candle, so it definitely could. This is the strongest candle I think we've ever had on this chart. But yeah, if it does just send, it's going to be hard to get 100k ink. But if it comes or just chills around here, we can definitely make 100k ink before it sends. Maybe even just from most alone, if it goes back up to like all-time highs, that'll print, if it goes up to like 400 mil, that's like a 5x, and that's 120k, and we'll print. It's breaking out right now, look at that. Yeah, send that. So yeah, I mean, other than that, let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Trump, like, he did something with tariffs or some shit, and Ethereum just nukes, right? The shit broke straight down. Obviously I was talking about this inverted head and shoulders, and bro just went, fuck yeah, falling wedge, Terra, went straight down. And yeah, I mean, it's still fine. This is just how it goes. On the weekly time frame, I'm thinking this is like similar to, these times here. Obviously you get that huge capitulation wick, and that's how you can start your move up. So yeah, that's the copium on that. Ethereum is like never been worse. Memes are damn stupidly bad, and the like sentiment over there is dog shit. Like, everyone hates it, everyone's depressed on the chain, and if this isn't a bottom, then fucking hell. But yeah, that should be a bottom for Ethereum, and I think we will go up from here. And then you have Pulse Chain, which I say every time, since last time, it pumped about a month in advance before Ethereum took off. So this is where Pulse Chain was taken off on this candle, and then it had a whole another month of Ethereum just doing nothing, and then Pulse was sending 3, 4, 5x, right? Pulse did this whole move whilst Ethereum did nothing, and that's kind of what's happening right now, I think. So we'll probably see a move up on Pulse Chain. We've already seen a bunch of activity. Richard Hart is definitely here and doing stuff. And then you have like his new meme coin. Bro launched like 10 meme coins, and he's like tweeting every day. He's like engaging and shit. So he's not messing around, I don't think. And he's just, he's done stuff with Hex. He's done pump ties, which burns Pulse Chain. And then he's also reduced ink inflation. So he's cooking, bro. He's doing a bunch of shit. And I mean, I feel sorry for the people that aren't on Pulse Chain right now, because you're probably getting wrecked on whatever you're holding, because there ain't shit happening anywhere else, right? But yeah, most is holding that. Ink is going good, and I think Ink will probably keep running. I think it is the start of a move. However, Hex did do something similar on its news, and it fully reversed. This was like some hex news here when he staked the hex, and then it fully pumped, and then it fully dumped. But this is a way stronger candle on the incentive coin. So yeah, but he is killing traders right now. Like, everyone's just chasing after whatever he's talking about. They're running over to hex, running over to most wanted, running over to ink, and they're all just getting destroyed. So yeah, I mean, we've got 161k now, and we're up 150k almost this week. Insane week on Pulse Chain. We're less than a 10x away from $1 million, and it's been a crazy week. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I think Bitcoin's still holding up great. Dominance is definitely topped, right? You have a bearish divergence, and that chart isn't going to go much higher than that. So I think this is the top for Bitcoin dominance. I think Ethereum will start running pretty soon, and we should see some more action in crypto, and hopefully Pulse Chain just outperforms like it's doing. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, and I hope a lot of you made money this week. And if you're not in my Telegram school channel, what are you doing? Join, because there's so much money to be made in the coming months, and we're going to find some good plays, just like Most Wanted and Trump and Pump. They're going to be senders. You need to be in there, and let's get it. So it's alright guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel as well.